Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Rakwah, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the mighty Akim, Wathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharala. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, I want to go into this specific verse. So let's read it first. Colossians chapter 2 verse 5. For though I be absent in the flesh, yet am I with you in the spirit, joying and beholding your order and the steadfastness of your faith in a Mashiach. So the thing here is that YAHAWAH, Yahawashi, they're not with us in the flesh. They're not physically there to watch and monitor us like 24/7 and all that stuff, but spiritually they are there for us and all that stuff. So as a result of that, we have to be able to think, okay, YAHAWAH, Yahawashi, they're watching us, so we have to do our best to be on our best behavior or whatever and stuff like that, rather than thinking like, okay, well, no one's looking, so I'm gonna go do this or whatever, and then you demonstrate a lack of discipline and self-control. So as a result of that, that's where the thing comes in, where we have to always be in the spirit rather than be in the flesh. Because the thing is that when we're in the flesh, we want to do things that are pleasing to ourselves rather than what the right thing to do. Okay, you might think, oh well, no one's gonna see me taking this $1,000 or money or whatever the frick, rather than you just saying, okay, well, YAHAWAH said don't steal, so I'm just not gonna steal. All right, and it's because of that, because people oftentimes, that's the thing, and I just realized right now that is the thing that makes or breaks people's behavior, and it is there an authoritative figure watching them, and that's when people actually stop. Like, for example, when there is, if you're driving on the road or whatever, and you see a police car on the side of the road literally watching people or watching the cars and whatnot, then no one is going to speed. They're going to just see, okay, the police is right there, I'm not going to do this. But then when there's no police there, or if the police is hidden and you can't see the police, and people are like, well, I'm going to go do whatever I want. I can speed, I can do 1,000 in a freaking 100 thing or whatever and stuff like that. And then as a result of that, then that's when either something bad happens as a result of your lack of self-control, or you just basically get in trouble for not doing that stuff. And as a result of that, and in addition to that, I also want to, because this also brings up the thing where that I spoke on this before. There was a meteor shower in America during slavery times, where a bunch of meteor showers. There was a meteor shower dropping on the plantations and stuff like that, and they thought that this was judgment from YAHAWASHI, or the world was ending or some shit like that. I don't remember, but basically what happened with that was that as a result of that, people are thinking as a result of people seeing that, people thought, okay, well, let me go and let these slaves free, because God is getting mad at us. We need to do all this crap and whatnot, so he can stop trying to kill us and whatnot. So they did let a bunch of the slaves go, but then after the meteor shower ended, they went back to doing the exact same thing, because God's not here, he's not doing this, or whatever, so let's just go back to what we were doing. And then of course slavery didn't end after that meteor shower. They still went right back to doing what they were doing. And that's the thing, where when people perceive that there is some authoritative figure watching them and stopping them or monitoring them and whatever, then that's when they act right. That's when they do the thing that they're supposed to do. But then when there is no authoritative figure stopping them, then that's when they like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. But for us in this truth, that's where kind of it reminds me of Muslims, where with them, they say that they're always trying to demonstrate proper behavior or whatever the frick, by always doing the right thing, even though they are definitely wrong and they're not they're not followers of YAHAWAH, although they're not followers of YAHAWASHI. The one thing that I will say is that they do have more self-control and discipline than Christians, because with Christians, there's no what's the word? There's no works or actions that go along with their faith. They just say, "Oh yeah, I'm a believer, whatever," and then that it doesn't mean jack shit, because they still. I mean, look at the freaking Christian church and that one experiment with that where that Edomite lady was calling churches and asking, "Hey, I have all this stuff and whatnot. I have this baby. He's hungry. He's been crying for all day. Can you help me get some freaking baby food or whatever?" And then they just said, "No, fuck you. We don't have anything. We can't help you out and whatnot." And then she just said, "Okay, well, actually, this is a social experiment. You guys didn't help me. You guys are terrible people, X, Y, and Z." Well, where even other Christians responded to that, and they was like, "This is embarrassing to be a Christian, because being a Christian doesn't mean anything. It's just, oh, we believe in it and that's it. Like, there's nothing that goes along with it." Slocky for that long ass soliloquy, but this is definitely a part of it, where for us we have to demonstrate it through our actions. And the thing is that we're not doing this to be. As a matter of fact, let me actually get that precept, because that's also a part of it. I think it's in Matthew chapter 6, where Matthew chapter 6 verse 1, "Take heed that ye do not your alms before men to be seen of them, otherwise ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven." Okay, so yeah, that's basically. I could go on down. You can go on down if you want, but the main thing is this here, where it says, "Don't do your alms before men." All right, don't try to do stuff to be seen. "Oh yeah, people are watching you. People are see this all stuff." You're not doing this to please other people. You're doing this to please Yahawadah. Yahawadah says, "Oh, Kawakab is doing this, so I'm going to reward him by giving him money, giving him whatever the frick he was asking for, and doing and whatnot." So as a result of that, that's where the actual reward comes into place. Not having other people acknowledge you and say that you are a good person and whatnot. All right, so that's something to take note of and remember, where you're not supposed to be trying to please these men. All right. Next, John 14:16, "And I will pray the Father that he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever." And the comforter is the Spirit of Yahawadah, where we're doing our part. We're doing our part to follow after Yahawadah, not doing something that is, these people are seeing us, or the people are saying that I'm this good person, I'm this saint or whatever. It's for Yahawadah to say, "Oh, this servant is good, so I'm going to give him the reward, rather than letting someone else give him the reward." Because, for example, let's say you help someone, you give a baby food or whatever. All right, then someone could give you, "Hey, that baby food was $5. I'll give you $5." But instead of that, the Lord will give you 100 or 1,000 or a new car, a new house, whatever, and all that stuff, because you did it unprovoked. You did it because you knew that it was the right thing to do, rather than doing it to get praise from men. All right, so that's another thing, where even as we're going through our hardships, we have to remember Yahawadah as we go through this stuff. And going back again to Colossians 2:5, it says, "Though I be absent in the flesh," you're not doing it because you're looking for any tangible, visible person to see you. All right, you're doing it in the spirit, because that's the right thing to do, and that is in the spirit. The Comforter, being the Spirit of the Lord, is what is going to help us. Oh, you know what? We're making it through. Next, Romans 8 verse 9. "But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the Spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of MANASHAH, he is none of his." Okay, where the hell is my stuff? Okay, hold on. My bad. I feel like I'm missing something in my computer, but I'll check it later. Anyway, we're not supposed to be in the flesh. We're supposed to be in the spirit, as I said before. So as a result of us being in the spirit, Yahawadah is going to dwell in us, and that's when, okay, well, this is where all the rewards and blessing is coming into play. All right. Now, if any man have not the Spirit, he is none of this. So you're not a part of Yahawadah if you're not coming in that exact same spirit of trying to follow after him. All right. Next, First John chapter 4 verse 1, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are outgone into the world. So let's also get verse 2, hereby know ye the spirit of Yahweh, every spirit that confesses that YAHAWASHI is come in the flesh is of Yahweh. Where for us, we are once again trying to speak as the mouthpiece of YAHAWASHI, rather than, oh, I'm just doing this because it's a trend. I'm doing this because I want people to say, I want people to kiss my boot or whatever and all that crap and stuff like that. Okay, because there was a lot of what was it called? I saw this one recent video where I think it was ISCP. I don't think either IUIC or IUIC or ICPK, one of those two groups, they were getting people to kiss their boots and stuff like that. And I thought, okay, funny, cool, but it's not really what you should be trying to push for right now, because this is not our rest. And hence the issue, hence the thing where people want this. Let me actually get that instead, because rather than speaking it, I should be proving it. So Micah chapter 2 verse Micah chapter 2, verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with sword destruction. Where, again, this is not our rest, this is not where we want to end things, is not where we want to build. We want to build in the kingdom of heaven rather than Babylon. John 15:4, abide in me, and I in you, as a branch cannot bear fruit of itself. So, basically with a branch, parabolically, except it abide in the vine, no more can ye except ye abide in me. So, we're a part of this entire body, and we need to abide in YAHAWAH. So as a result of that, the Lord is going to speak through us. The Lord speaks through us, especially when we are what's the word? We're quoting scriptures and stuff like that, and actually reading from the scriptures. We're actually speaking as the mouthpieces of YAHAWAH. All right. Now, Luke chapter 12 verse 43, blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. And that's the thing where, again, as I had initially mentioned before, where we're doing things not because we want to get the people's approval. We're doing this for the approval of Yahawadah. So as a result of that, as we are, because it's like, for example, I'm trying to think of a proper example. Like like Noah, for example. Noah was building the ark, and he looked crazy. He looked stupid. He looked like, what are you doing? Like, this is a waste of time. You're wasting all this good wood for nothing that's going to happen. And then when it actually happens, and that's when people are going to be like, oh, this, that, and third. I didn't know X, Y, and Z, blah, blah. But he was rewarded as a result of his obedience, but everyone else, they suffered as a result of their scoffing. All right, so that's what we're trying to be. We're trying to be in the spirit of Noah, which again, once again, it goes into the same thing. All right, Matthew 24 verse 43. But know this, that if the goodman of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Basically, here is as Yahawashi is going to come as a thief in the night. So if you know the time that when a thief is going to come, you're just going to be prepared. You just say, okay, on Saturday or whatever, then the thief's going to come, so I'm going to fight the thief. On Saturday, I'm going to prepare to fight the thief on Saturday, set all the traps, prep time and all that crap. But instead, you don't know the day, you don't know the time, so you always have to be ready to fight that thief and stop that thief from stealing from your house and all that stuff. So that's basically the spirit on how we have to do things, rather than waiting for we need some tangible sign. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Rekwak, Wadash, honor to the elders and apostles, great meal, son of God, and Shalom.